Hey, how's it going, you guys? It's petplatypus here, and it's time to talk about Jojo Stardust Crusaders, episode 46, Dio's World. This episode was fantastic. So we've got three main fights in this. We've got Kakyoin versus Dio, Joseph versus Dio, and Jotaro versus, can you guess who? Dio. And they're all really epic. We get Kakyoin, and what ends up happening here is he thinks he can figure out Dio's stand ability, the world, and Zawarudo, there we go. I knew I said that wrong for a second. Gotta have that English. And what ends up happening is he does this crazy big spider web with Hierophant Green. Just all of his tentacles are everywhere in a 20-meter radius. And every time Dio touches one, it fires off an Emerald Splash. Very cool, very awesome. And what he ends up doing is he fires all directions at Dio all at once. And what ends up happening is Dio uses his ability, blows away Kakyoin. We have no idea what happened. It's censored, but it's very obvious there's like probably a huge hole in Kakyoin because of the fact that it's censored. It's probably not just a bruise that's bleeding. And we later see what he did anyways, but you know. What ends up happening is Kakyoin is stuck in this water tower. He's like, what the fuck happened? And just really cool animation, seeing Hierophant Green's tentacles falling apart and everything just looked really nice artistically. Cool scene where Kakyoin's kind of fading away and the color of the picture starts to go from colorful to more like a black and white. That was great as well. And he discovers that Dio has the ability to stop time. He's not able to talk, but with his last breath, he does an Emerald Splash, destroys the clock tower. Joseph's able to put it together and figure it out. And this is where we cut over to Joseph versus Dio. And Kakyoin is dead. It is confirmed dead. Crazy. Even parts 1 and part 2, they didn't kill this many characters of the main cast. So, very surprising, very well done death. Very good sacrifice to discover what Dio did. And, yeah. So Joseph figures it out. It cuts back. We see what Dio did. And it's just so overpowered. He can stop time, and just the way everything's frozen. He's breaking away the tentacles. He goes over to him, gut punch. Everything's still frozen. And it's just such dominance, such just disgusting, overpowered dominance from Dio. And then Joseph's fighting him, and really cool, he wraps Hermit Purple around him. Well, first he's like Spider-Manning his way through the city, which is awesome. That looked really cool with Hermit Purple, and then they get into a fight on a rooftop where Dio can't touch him because he wrapped Hermit Purple around his body and then channeled Hamon into it, which is great to see Hamon in full swing again. And yeah, just a cool little like protective, almost bulletproof vest of Hermit Purple with Hamon in it. And Dio, what ends up happening is he knocks him off the roof. Jotaro's there. He ends up freezing time, stabs Joseph in the neck without touching him. And it's done for Joseph, it looks like. I mean, he might not be dead, because even though there was like the steam and everything coming off of him, I mean, that happened to Avdol also, so I don't really know. Like, that happened with Avdol when he got the bullet to the forehead and it was scraped off. So I don't think he's dead. It didn't say Joseph Joestar has died or anything, but we'll see what happens. And Jotaro's very mad. Not really a fan of Jotaro's anger right now. No tears, no rage or anything, just the same stern fucking Jotaro that we always see. Nothing. This guy is such white bread that it hurts. Like, it hurts to look at. Like, Jonathan was white bread, but there was still more to him personality-wise and just character-wise. He could cry, he could get emotional, he could fucking laugh. Jotaro is just always just yuddy yuddy. Like, that's literally all Jotaro is. Joseph had a ton of things to his personality. There's more character development for Polnareff than there is for Jotaro. I'm not a fan of Jotaro as a main character. He's a cool character, but not as a main. I'd rather see him as a side character rather than the main character. But yeah, him and Dio get into a fight at that point, and it's really cool seeing the Mudas and the Ora-Oras just rushing each other, just throwing those DBZ fists, and yeah, it's really cool. We see 100% confirmation from Jotaro that they are the same type of stand, close range in terms of how far they can go from their user, but they hit really hard and they're very precise. So that's really cool. We saw Star Platinum do a rapid kick, which was interesting. We've never really seen him do that. And Yeah, it was really badass. Dio hasn't used the world's like time-stopping ability yet on him, but I'm imagining he will as soon as Jotaro starts to put him into a tight spot. Like Dio is not like I'm gonna fight like an honorable. Like no, that ain't Dio. So we just have to wait and see. But it was really cool, and Kakyoin dying and the final moments of him were great, and seeing Joseph be old school cunning and tricky Joseph, that was really awesome. And even Jotaro, I mean, as much as I don't like his character as a main character, still, he got the job done. It was a badass little fight. Got a really great thumbnail out of it. And last but not least, I guess I'll just talk about the technicals. Story progression, one of the main characters died. Dio's ability has been discovered. Another character may have died. And just the point I'm getting at is a lot of things happened in this episode. From, Kakyoin fighting him to Joseph fighting him to discovering his power. There was a decent amount of story progression for JoJo standards. The animation was fantastic. Great artistic, like I said, with Kakyoin, a lot of great art there. And with the final fight between Joseph and Jotaro, the art was a little bit cheaper than it usually is. I thought, it could have been a little bit more detailed when they started throwing the rapid punches, but it was still really badass. It was still really cool. That's a nitpick. So with the technicals out of the way, I'll give the rating definitely a 9 to 9.5 out of 10. A great, fantastic episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I really loved it. So, thanks for watching this video. Tell me what you guys thought of this episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure in the comments below. Follow me on Instagram if you would please. Rate this video if you would also please, if you liked it. And subscribe if you like what you saw. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.